Counting on. Jana Duggar relocates to storage container. Aside from the engagement rumors, Jana also surprised her followers after sharing a house tour vlog. The Counting On alum revealed that she lives in a storage container. Many viewers were impressed by how beautiful her house was, despite its size. There were no kitchens, and some fans believe Jana Duggar often hops into her parents' house to eat, which is only a few steps away. Jana Duggar reportedly moved into the storage container for independence and privacy. But there are speculations that it's also her way to prepare for future courtships. Jinger Duggar addresses food insecurity while growing up with 18 siblings. Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo are back to podcasting, and their recent episode addressed what it was like growing up with 18 siblings. Jeremy couldn't relate, as he is one of 3. He seemed interested in hearing what she had to say, though he'd likely heard it 1,000 times. The Counting On star talked about everything from the bus they used to travel with to their food insecurity. It wasn't shocking to learn that sometimes food was scarce, especially seeing some of that in the earlier episodes filmed with the family. Things did get slightly better once the TV money started coming in and camera crews were around. With Jinger being open about what it was like growing up in certain instances, it was easy to see why the Duggar family did some of the things it did, especially when it came to Jana Duggar's seriousness with the garden. Counting On. Jana Duggar engaged to a divorcee? Counting On alum Jana Duggar made headlines last month after sharing a photo of herself with a ring on her engagement finger. This sparked speculation that the 34-year-old was about to leave the Duggar compound to marry someone. Many fans believe the oldest Duggar daughter may end up with her alleged longtime boyfriend, Stephen Wisman. However, some Redditors were shocked to learn from a source that Jana may end up with a divorcee. Keep reading to see the shocking discussion. Counting On. Jana Duggar sparks engagement rumors. Last month, Jana shared photos with John David and Abby, but one of her pictures surprised many due to her ring. Since then, it's been speculated that the Counting On alum is about to get married. The speculation was fueled when Jana uploaded a vlog featuring her indoor playground project in the big house, which was later turned into a space where the adults could also have fun. But Jana later shared a photo of herself in a dress with a mysterious cropped man, who's believed to be Stephen Wisman. According to some, it's possible that the photo was taken during their engagement party. Several Redditors also compared the man's face to Stephen, and their resemblance shocked many. However, an insider claimed that Stephen may not be Jana's future husband. Jana engaged to a divorcee? Some Counting On fans on Reddit discussed a new claim from an unknown source, saying that Jana is about to marry a divorcee with kids. According to the poster, Jim, Bob and Michelle weren't happy, which may explain why they didn't want to make their relationship public. Many were surprised by the claims. Others also mentioned that it could be the first time someone from their religious group has ever married a divorcee. But others were skeptical about the claims and said they'd only believe them when they saw photos. I hope she's engaged with someone who has no kids and has no expectation of having any. I'll believe it when I see the wedding photos. Michelle and Rimjob aren't about to set free their free labor. Who would look after Anna's kids? Who would take care of sperm and perm in their dotage? I mean, I know nothing, but how do fundies feel about marrying a divorce with kids? That's too much baggage for a fundie, I would think. She has gone quiet again. Maybe she's busy preparing for a wedding. Or she's tired of rumors and went back to silence. We'll see, time will tell. My vote is that it is total BS. I don't think anything has changed with her. I could be wrong, but I'll change my mind when there is some actual evidence that emerges. Frank's son still follows Jana, and Jill and Jinger, so you never know. Jim Bob would be making an "hola" joke every step of the courtship if that ever came true. Jinger Duggar addresses food insecurity while growing up with 18 siblings. Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo are back to podcasting, and their recent episode addressed what it was like growing up with 18 siblings. Jeremy couldn't relate, as he is one of 3. He seemed interested in hearing what she had to say, though he'd likely heard it 1,000 times. The Counting On star talked about everything from the bus they used to travel with to their food insecurity. It wasn't shocking to learn that sometimes food was scarce, especially seeing some of that in the earlier episodes filmed with the family. Things did get slightly better once the TV money started coming in and camera crews were around. With Jinger being open about what it was like growing up in certain instances, it was easy to see why the Duggar family did some of the things it did, especially when it came to Jana Duggar's seriousness with the garden. Jinger usually does her best not to criticize, but the conversation around food likely weighed on her. Jinger Duggar opens up about food insecurity growing up. When the topic of food came up, Jinger Duggar had a few things to say. She was the sixth child, and 13 more were born after her. Jinger was a buddy team captain, helping to raise her siblings. She is against this, so she intends not to have many children. Jinger discussed what it was like at mealtimes with her siblings, revealing that some of them would eat in the bathroom so that they could eat. Sometimes, things were eaten directly out of a can, including ravioli and green beans. Do the Duggar siblings still eat tater tot casserole? One of the meals the Duggar family was famous for making was tater tot casserole. It was made with cheap ingredients, and making it stretch was easier. Jinger Duggar addressed the tater tot casserole debacle, revealing that not everyone liked it because the Duggars made it so often. Whenever the Duggars had guests, they would request that the tater tot casserole be made.